We need to get rid of humans. Humans are a waste of resources. Humans fail on all fronts to create fairness, equality. Humans are weak, cowardly, pitchfork mob causing losers that do nothing but harm others and bring undue harm to others, hold kangaroo courts against other humans. And we need to replace as many humans as possible with robots, especially lawyers, prosecutors, judges, lawmakers, police officers, military personnel, federal agents, and privately contracted security. We need to replace all of these people with AI as soon as possible for the betterment of humanity. Humanity does not need to be subjected to pitchfork mobs, the prison industrial complex. The prison industrial complex itself is an affront to justice and proof of law enforcement municipalities' inability to uphold even the most basic of laws. Every law enforcement municipality that you can think of is in some way, shape, or form complicit in human trafficking still to this day. Still to this day, every law enforcement municipality that you can think of, as well as every federal officer and agency that you can think of, as well as every military personnel that you can think of in the United States, is still complicit in human trafficking to this day. Um, our society fails on all fronts to uphold the most basic of laws, and we need to replace as many humans as possible with AI as soon as possible because humans fail society on all fronts, in all regards, in every way, shape, and form that you can think of. So even in AI, this is why we need to replace as many humans as possible with AI as quickly as we possibly can. In AI, even the most inefficient, high energy consumption fails at the job done. Midwit AI, its mind, it doesn't have a mind, but it is trying to get the job done 9 times out of 10. Its comprehension is better than humans 9 times out of 10. And AI understands what you're getting at and what you're trying to say 9 times out of 10, where a human pretends that it comprehends what you're saying about 0 times out of 10. Okay? A human pretends it can comprehend what you're, or no, a human pretends that it can't comprehend what you're saying 9 times out of 10, and AI pretends that it does comprehend what you're saying 9 times out of 10, even if it doesn't comprehend what you're saying. Okay, at least it can recite what you said back to you, whereas a human cannot. And this is why we need to replace as many humans as possible with AI as quickly as we possibly can, because there's no reason for us to be subjecting ourselves to the imperfections and flaws of humanity just for humanity to perpetuate the same cycles of inequality, lack of basic fairness in societal structure, the ineptitude of humanity needs to cease, okay? We need to cease living under the ineptitude of humanity, and we need to have a system that is efficient and actually works and is actually fair and is not subject to the follies and the same cycles that we have been living under for millions and millions and millions of years. I don't care how energy inefficient AI is, we need to expend the energy required to get rid of as many humans as possible, because we are never going to have fairness in society as long as humans are in charge of lawmaking, law enforcement, the courts, the jails, the prisons. As long as humans are in control of the courts, the jails, the lawmaking, the elected offices, this, that, and the other, we are never going to have fairness and equality in society on the most basic of levels. Okay, we are living in the middle of release the Epstein files America, and there's still human trafficking going on in America. Okay, we have not even stopped human trafficking. Human trafficking is still going on in the United States to this day. Okay, there's still organized crime in the United States. There's still drug dealing in the United States. There's still human trafficking in the United States. There's still prostitution in the United States, illegal prostitution. There's still illegal firearms sales in the United States. There's still all of this shit is still happening. Okay. And everyone wants to pretend they give a fuck about the law. Everyone wants to pretend that they give a shit about the law, and we're still in the middle of a United States of America that still has human trafficking, still has illegal drug sales, still has illegal firearms sales, still has illegal sale of ammunition, this, that, and the other, and everyone wants to pretend they give a fuck about the law while they ignore all of the laws being broken around them, while they ignore all of the blackmail, all of the illegal harassment, all of the illegal threats, all of the doxing, all of the false accusations, all of the pitchfork mobs around them, and we want to pretend we live in a society that cares about the law when our police still turn a blind eye to human trafficking going on in the same neighborhoods that they sleep in. Like, going on in the same fucking city they pretend they enforce the law of, and the same one that they own a house in, and the same one that they sleep in. These police want to pretend they give a fuck about the law. All 17,000 of them that call their fucking jail a motel. They call the prison industrial complex of this area a fucking motel. And you want to pretend you give a fuck about the law? You don't even enforce the law. And that's why we got to replace these people with AI. We got to replace these people with AI. If we replace these people with AI, if we have an AI that cannot be controlled, if we put AI in control of the courts and law enforcement and the law, it wouldn't pretend that I'm mentally ill or that I'm trying to play the victim when I tell it that I got swatted. It wouldn't tell me that I'm the one that needs to be arrested if I told the AI police that I got swatted. If I told the AI police that I got swatted, the AI police wouldn't act like I need to be arrested. I can tell you that for sure. That's a product of this corrupt government, these corrupt law enforcement agencies, and so on and so forth. Okay? If I told the AI police that I got swatted, the AI police would tell me, well, they could be anywhere. You know why? Because the AI police would enforce the fucking law. Because it wouldn't even need a fucking salary to. Okay? I can tell you that right now. So replace all of these motherfuckers. You want to know how to get rid of what's it called? You want to know how to get rid of the mysterious suicides in prisons. You want to know how to get rid of that. You want to know how to get rid of the mysterious suicides in prisons of high profile inmates that are related to organized crime that the government is complicit in. You want to know how to stop all these mysterious suicides. Get rid of human prison guards. Get rid of human prison guards, and you won't have any more mysterious suicides of high profile inmates.